Hey
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Welcome to today's reading sprints.
It'll be a good one. It'll
It
be
will
good.
be a good one, I think. Um, let's share what we're reading. You guys also, if you're live watching, share with us what you're reading
Mhm.
as well. Before we share, though, we're going to do it a little bit different today. So I found this really cool, like, atmospheric background that we're going to use for today because
Woo!
it's revving up for Halloween. So instead of the regular Pomodoro timer, I'm going to do the timer and then I have like a little countdown video for us to tell us when the time is up because I can't figure out how to share two screens at the same time. So I've got to work around y'all. And it's cute too. It's cute. So I think it'll be fun. So just know that you're not going to see the regular timer. So there will be something scrolling at the bottom when we're in a sprint, so you won't be like, why are they just sitting there and not saying anything? And then you'll know when we're not. So good
Yes.
stuff. So yeah, let's share our books. So today I thought it would be fun to do something witchy and
Yes.
on theme for Halloween.
Mhm.
So I'm reading, well, we're both reading
Yes.
Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. I have Kindle.
I have my phone, Kindle. I have.
Yes. Yes, we'll see how this goes. I'm like excited. I have not read anything by Adrienne Young before. I've heard good things about her Fable series.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I've heard good things about this book too.
It's very popular. So I was trying
Hmm.
to download it from my library last night. And well, I have multiple library cards, as we've talked about. The short is 11 weeks. I think the longest wait time was
Wow,
37 weeks.
wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it's wild. I was like, all right, I guess I'm buying this book today.
But then on the flip side, I checked my library and they don't have it at all.
Really?
They don't have it at all. I'm like, I'm very confused.
That's
Because right after
surprising.
you said that, I'm like, let me check and see what my library says. And they were like, we don't have it. Like, what?
They must not have a good YA section because, like, all of my libraries have it, and the wait list is obviously insane.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't know. Oh, you guys on Facebook? I'm adding a link now. So if you're on Facebook, you can comment. There's a special link for you. Um, so yeah, anyway, so I had to buy it. And I like to pair the ebook with the audiobook. So
Mhm.
I'm a little peeved. I haven't bought the audiobook yet because it's this better be freaking good. Because
It better.
right, I'm gonna wait till I read some on these sprints before I get the audiobook because
Yes, that's smart.
usually when I usually do an add-on, it's I don't know, 199 to like on the expensive end, 699
Mhm.
add-on. Maybe even 999 in rare exceptions. So
Mhm.
you spend 13.99 on this ebook and then you
Mhm.
add on. For this audiobook add-on is 12.99.
Oh my god.
What?
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 What? Tanner, what?
Yes. So I'm like, well, I will wait until we're done with the sprints to
Yeah,
see if I will be finishing, or because once I get off of here, I keep listening on audio as I do other
Mhm.
work. But we'll see if that happens today. It's got to impress me for me to
Mhm.
go spend $12.99 on that added on audiobook. That's expensive.
After buying the ebook too,
Uh-huh.
that
For
same price.
$13.99. Yes.
So with taxes and everything, you're spending like $30 on a
Uh-huh.
book, and it's
I
not even
know.
a hardback.
No, and I looked and the hardcover was like $23.99. So it's still more than the hardcover.
Mhm. No, that's no. Come on, guys. Come on, publishing.
I know, right? I'm like, so we'll see. We will see because I will start this, and if I'm enjoying it, I'll spend the money because I want to finish quickly, right?
Mhm.
Um, but if I'm not enjoying it, well, I don't know. Who says we'll even finish it?
it's a good book because we've heard good things about it. But
Right.
knowing us, we don't always, vibe with the popular opinion.
I
So,
know. So Tina asked, can you get the audiobook somewhere else like Scribd or the library? Tina, I checked. Girlie, I checked. So Scribd doesn't have it, and that's my go-to. I check there first.
mhm,
And my library doesn't have any version of this book, not ebook, not physical book, and not audiobook.
that's
So
crazy.
I can request it, but it
Mhm,
takes weeks for them to actually buy it and make it available. And I'm like, I need
mhm.
it today.
Yes. Is it
So
available on Amazon through Audible and like you could use a credit for it?
yeah, but
Or
the credits are $15. So it's still more if I use the credit
oh, that's true.
versus if I just bought it. So then I have to weigh, well, do I use the credit that costs $15 or do I pay the $12.99 and save $1, $2? I don't know. It's a mess,
It's a
y'all. I'm
mess.
like,
It's a hot mess.
yeah, Script usually has everything. I don't
Mhm,
understand why it doesn't have this. I have been able to find 8 out of 10 books on there.
mhm.
Every once in a while, it doesn't have something, and I guess this just happens to be it.
I guess it's too new. Like I know it was published sometime this year. I didn't see the actual publication date.
It's September, but this doesn't usually matter. Sometimes there are new releases I can get like the day of the release or the very next day. So maybe
Weird.
they just didn't have, an agreement with this publisher for this book. I don't know.
I don't know. Weird.
Weird. Okay, let's see. Tina is reading The Vampire Knitting Club by Nancy Warren.
That sounds like fun.
All right. I haven't heard of that. You gotta update us as you're reading. Let us know how it is. Have you read Nancy Warren?
I have not read her, but I think I know who she is. Like I think I've seen her book covers around. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just very intrigued by this title, The Vampire Knitting Club.
I know, right? Like, what does that mean? Like, literally? Vampires sitting around knitting together? I
That,
don't know. That could be
that would
fun,
be really cute.
especially if they're trying to stab each other with the needles.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
they're
a
not doing
cozy
that. It's a cozy.
mystery.
It's a
Oh, okay,
cozy.
so somebody's dead and they have to solve that murder. Did they eat the person? Did they? Oh,
Do they? Is that like outside of bounds for cozy? Eating people? I don't know.
I mean, cozies usually don't get dark and violent, but
Yeah.
I don't really know the paranormal cozies that well. Um, we'll
Oh.
see.
Okay. Well, I guess we should get started.
Let's get started.
Let's
Let's have
do the thing.
fun.
I have so many things going on now. Y'all know. I'd be like, oh, mute this, unmute that, start this, don't start that. I got so many things, all the things.
Okay, Tina says it's a literal vampire knitting club, but that comes later on. Oh my gosh,
Ah,
I need to read this book.
oh, wow. That's cool. So I did borrow this from an existing YouTube channel. If you want to know what channel this is, I'll add it to the comments later. So we're just watching this from someone else's YouTube channel and I love it. It's so cute.
It's so perfect for Halloween and witchy and the pumpkins. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
So let me know, everybody, if you're listening or watching. Let me know if you can hear the sounds because I thought that would be really cute. I love a little background crackling noises and bubbling noises. It's fun. All right, so let's get started. I got my timer.
Okay, good.
25 minutes on the clock, y'all. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Woohoo! It worked,
It worked, but that was a loud one. Oh my god.
girl.
When you
Look,
put timers on, you put timers on.
hey, hello everybody. If you're doing stuff, come back, come back. Everyone has to hear. All right,
Are
if
you
you're
starting the
just joining
5 minute
us,
timer?
huh? Yes, I just did. If
Okay.
you're just joining us, we are doing reading sprints or productivity sprints. If you're doing something else, let us know what that is. If you're reading, let us know what you're reading. Um, Casey, what are we reading again? Tell us what we're reading.
Spells. It's called something spells. I keep spells for
Spells
forgetting,
for Forgetting.
which
There we
I
go.
keep forgetting. Yes, spells for forgetting. I assumed it was a young adult book, but I learned very
Oh.
quickly that it is not.
No, I knew it was adult, which I liked. Um, it's very I like it so far. It has
It's
a cozy
interesting.
vibe.
I don't know how to say this, but like it's giving me Midnight Mass vibes.
Mhm.
Like that kind of slow build. They're on an island, you know something creepy's coming, but everybody's still just like, we're normal people living normal, kind of witchy lives. Like we see these omens, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely low key. Like if you do you guys know the game that people have been playing lately? It's called Wildflowers. People have
I
been
haven't heard of
playing it on the Switch. I've literally been playing this game so much. It has these vibes. Like it's a
it.
small island. They're witches, but no one they're like undercover witches. You
Mhm.
know, when it just feels like that. It's gloomy and when the seasons change, everything changes. It's just like
Yes.
that. And I'm
Yes.
like, it's very witchy, but low key witchy, right?
Yes. Exactly. Yes. It's
Yeah,
very low key witchy.
I love
Because
it.
in chapter 2, Emery was talking about how, she's been taught about watching omens, but the normal people come to the island, and so they have to, like, even though they see the omens, they can't speak about the omens because the normal people are around.
Yeah, and the normal people are just visitors for the orchard, so they come and go, come and go. They don't see like if they come today and they see that all of the trees are amber, but there's no leaves on the ground yet, they may not even notice, right? They just
Probably not. I
yeah,
mean, maybe someone who's like, "Oh, I love leaves," might be like, "There's nothing on the ground," but for the most part, I'd be like, "Oh my god, the leaves! Let's look at
I
the pretty
know.
leaves."
I know. And like as a person in Michigan, I swear I hear about the stupid leaves for like months what seems like, the turning of the leaves. Look
Mhm.
at it outside.
Look
Ooh,
at
they
the
would be
leaves.
shocked if it went from green to yellow like
Oh,
that. That's funny. They'd
Tina's
be,
watching TikTok. I feel you, Tina. I feel you.
you
I'm on my
know,
phone, so I got a notification for TikTok, and I was like, no, no, I don't have
actually
time for this.
sprinting is a great idea for TikTok because if I don't, I'd be on TikTok for hours.
Yes.
I got a
Yes.
timer. Turn it off. Seriously, it's so easy to just sit there and keep
And
scrolling and
scroll and
scrolling.
scroll,
Yeah.
especially if the algorithm knows what you like and gives you what you like, and like the next episode, or the next video is going to be good.
Mhm.
Ugh,
Oh yeah.
TikTok. It's dangerous.
Absolutely. So I don't try to get in there too much, but back to this, honestly, I am really enjoying it more than I mean, the reviews were good, but so far I like her prose. I like how she writes.
Yes.
It's
It's
smooth.
it's not quite flowery, but it evokes such emotion without being too much.
Yeah. I could feel like I was Emery waking
Uh-huh.
up, sneaking out. I'm like, girl,
Girl, say, let's get out of this bed. We don't need this man.
I know, let's beat it before he wakes up. Like all the vibes, I'm getting them all. So even when, August is coming, you could feel his dread as he approaches the island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, his absolute just like dread is the right word.
Yeah, he does not want to be there. So I'm digging it so far. I'm excited to keep going. And it's about time for us to start again. So if you
Okay.
guys are in the audience, feel free to chat it up with each other, chat it up with us. And, I'll be checking comments here and there. Pick up your book or whatever thing you're doing to be productive, even if that includes TikTok.
Yes, you
and
can
we,
sprint on TikTok.
yes, and we are going to start our next sprint now.
Yes.
That was fast.
That was loud.
Girl, I don't know what to tell
Every
you.
time,
It's not loud in my ears.
well, maybe my volume's up too high. Let me turn it down. Every
You
time
guys,
it just like
if
starts
you're in the
beeping and it scares me.
if you're in the audience, tell me if that's really loud for you. I'll try to figure out how to turn it down.
It could just be
Let me know.
my volume's up really high too.
Oh,
So
um, oh man, I'm enjoying this.
you are?
I am. I am.
I'm
So
finding it a little boring. Like it's good,
really,
but I keep getting distracted.
okay. All right, you guys. We're reading "Spells for Forgetting" by Adrian Young. If you've read it, let us know what you thought. I'm curious. Did you
Like
like
it's
it or not?
not bad. It's just it's really slow and like I'm on chapter 4, I think, maybe 5. They're
You're on
short.
August's chapter.
Yeah, I'm on his new
Yeah,
chapter where he's like finally walking onto the island. And it
yeah.
like it's good. It's well written. It has that creepy ambiance to it. And maybe I'm just, middle of the day getting distracted, but I keep getting distracted and I have to go back and reread paragraphs because I'm like, oh wait, my brain was somewhere else. What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, so okay, technically, let me go back. Every time, okay, I have yet to figure out where to touch the screen on the Kindle. Every time I touch the thing, it
It
goes
does
back and
something.
forth. I
Mhm.
am very irate about it. Like I'm just
Yes.
trying to see the stupid percentage. There we go.
Yeah, touchdown at the bottom for the percentage. That
I
usually
know.
works.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm 10% in,
Hmm.
and I'm still within my zone before I drop stuff, right? I
Yeah.
usually don't drop until about 20%. That's because I feel like 20% is a good chunk.
Yeah. 20,
So,
25%. That's a
yeah,
good solid chunk.
yeah. So far, I mean, I hope that things start moving soon, right? Like,
Yeah.
we got the gist of things. It's
We
about
know.
time for things to begin moving. So,
And I
hopefully,
think that's like I'm right around that same spot. And I think I'm feeling that itch of like, I need something exciting to happen. I need something big to happen. Yes, we just had a bird like throw itself against the window and die. And that's kind of exciting. And we're learning the history of like, oh, the big bad fire 14 years ago. Like we're laying that groundwork and it is intriguing.
hmm.
But if we don't get some like good action soon, I'm gonna be really, really bored.
So I'm
And I think
hoping
I think that
it's,
I'm spoiled because Mercy, right? The last few
yeah,
Mercy books that we've read, it's like instant, instant, instant action.
yeah. I think that comparing almost anything to Mercy is going to be a loser because we
Yes.
enjoy
Oh,
that so
yes.
much. It's a
Absolutely. Yes.
really high bar to meet.
Yes. And so, like, no, this would be more on par with Victoria Schwab
Hmm.
and the book we just read by her, because that had a really slow beginning too. And it's
Hmm.
kind of similar, jumping back and forth between the two main characters. What are they doing? How are we building
Hmm.
up this world? Like, but she took forever to get to the action. And,
Yeah.
I just pushed through it because we were reading the whole thing right then and there. Right now, because we keep pausing, I have this like, it's really slow and I don't have any action yet kind of
Hmm.
feeling, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. Like, I'm not,
Yeah, there's no
I don't
action
hate
yet.
it. Like, there's just
I,
no action.
I mean, I feel like once Emery spots August, things are going to start moving.
Oh,
I
absolutely. Like
um
that's the thing that we're building toward. Even if anybody spots him, I feel like
yeah.
as soon as people on the island start talking to him, because he's like, I have my shoulder up, I'm ignoring people, don't look anybody in the eye.
Hmm.
As soon as he starts talking to people, shit's gonna go down. Because you know, from context, he's probably somehow involved in that fire. If not
Hmm.
his fault, then people blame him anyway,
Yes.
and it's going to be bad.
Yes. Okay, so Tina is also saying it's loud. Okay, so what I can do, we're stuck this time, y'all. We're just stuck.
Okay.
But I'll have to redo the video and try to lower the volume. So our next go around, hopefully it will be quieter. But it is what it is for today. You're gonna hear it two more times.
I'll turn my volume down a bit.
So yeah, it's weird. Like it's so loud for y'all, but it's not loud to me. So I don't know. I'll just try to maybe should I try to turn it down by 50%? Is 50%?
Maybe
Is it that
like I
loud?
want it to be enough to hear it, but I don't want it to be like blaring alarm.
Right.
Like
So how far would you turn it down? Like I need a number because like I said, to me it sounds fine. So someone tell me, turn it down by 50%, 25%.
30%.
Okay. We'll just see how
I
that
mean,
goes
like
because
I
I
don't.
can't hear a difference. So for me to just turn it down, I won't know how far to turn it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. It's time to jump back into our sprint. We are going to begin now. Enjoy. Sorry for your ears. I know.
It's okay. I turned down my volume, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay, good. So, okay, I was a little slower this time, but I reached chapter 7.
Okay, I
And
didn't get that far. My aunt
okay.
called. I spent too much time on the phone with her, so I'm
Oh,
on chapter 5.
okay. Well, chapter 6, things kind of um, twist a little bit, and it reminds me of one of the mysteries that we read on the buddy reads.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I guess typically when you're telling a mystery or thriller style book, a lot of them have two or more point of views and it's present and past.
Mm-hmm.
So, chapter 6, we go back.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
yeah, so things get a little interesting. It was a small snippet. I wanted more because sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
past is more interesting than the present,
Oh,
especially
definitely.
yeah, explains how we got to where we are. But yeah, so that's encouraging for me because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so now I know we're going to see two timelines, probably from two different points of view. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be the whole. I think the question is, it hasn't been outright said, but I think the question is who set the fire? How
Mm-hmm.
did the fire start?
Yes. Yes. We got a little peek of that in chapter 4 from August's point of view, because I just finished reading that, where,
Hmm.
he meets Blackwood and he drives to his house and then he gets into the cabin and he's like, it's exactly the way we left it. People were angry with him after the fire, but obviously he didn't set the fire. Like, you can tell from his point of view that he didn't do it, but they got that backlash anyway.
Yes.
So I'm excited to get to chapter 6 and see that.
Yeah. Because that's going to be the whole thing. It's like, well, if you didn't set it, and
Who did?
chapter 6 kind of gives us some, okay, we know it does reveal some, I guess some things about the past, which are, yeah, I think it's going to be a whole who done it, right? And my
Mm-hmm.
guess is Emery and him
August.
are August are going to get together and try to sort out what really happened. Um,
That's exciting. Okay, like
yeah,
I need that. I want
right.
that excitement. I want that mystery. That's we've been setting it up for these first 4 or 5 chapters, and because we keep stopping every 25 minutes, I'm like, this is slow. I want some action. But I feel like if I just sat down and read this, I wouldn't be as nitpicky. I feel like I'd get to chapter 6 much faster and just be like, ooh, I'm intrigued.
Now,
Give me
you
more.
know, FYI, we can do longer sprints.
We can. We could. But
So I
I don't
want to hear
know.
from everyone. Like, because is 25 minutes too short?
Um, yes and no. Like, I like stopping and talking with you, but does everybody want to stop and talk every 25 minutes? Um, I don't know.
But that's the point of sprinting, right? Like, sprinting gives you a rest between segments, gives your eyes a rest. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So that's the kind of the functionality of sprint, just like the Pomodoro timer. Excuse me.
Yes.
I think it's supposed to keep you productive because you get a rest.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't have any breaks, we're just reading.
I mean, I can sit here and read for 2 hours straight. I can do that. I have done that many times in my life.
Uh huh.
But do people just want to stare at us for 2 hours and not hear us talk about what we're reading? Like, that
No,
doesn't
that's
sound
that's
right.
not interesting.
That's not interesting. I wouldn't want to stare at me for 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't mind the breaks. Especially in a book paced as this one,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even in the mystery realm, right? This is a slower paced book.
Yes.
And I don't think, even being as far as I am, I see things getting interesting, right? Where you
Yes.
trying to figure out what's going on, but I
Yes.
don't see it getting faster.
No.
So to me, that's fine because I've read mysteries that are slower and have had a great result
Hmm.
where I'm like, oh, I was unable to figure that out. Or, jarring twist, or, so this is almost like a mystery with a twist of magic. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yes.
So I'm down for it though. I'm still down for it, even though it's slower paced.
Yeah. No, it's well written, it's interesting, and I keep coming back to Victoria Schwab. Like, she spent the first half of her book really slowly building everything, really, giving us all of that world building, giving us all of that information about the monsters, really
Yeah.
building up the characters. And then she, went hard and it was nonstop action for the second half of the book. I don't think
Yes.
we're going to get that kind of action here. Like you said, I think it's going to be very slow. I think it'll be interesting and witchy and magic, but I don't think we're going to get anything faster than this.
Yeah, that reminds me of like our current month buddy read thriller mystery, which is The Children on the Hill. That
Mm-hmm.
podcast is up now. And I said in that podcast, the beginning was very slow. I mean, it was almost 45% before things got like really good, but it was such a good finish. I'm like, if I had read this on my own, I
Mm-hmm.
might have stopped before I got to the good part because
Mm-hmm.
something really good happens, and then you're like, okay, what's going on? But that was a long start. That was a long running start.
Mm-hmm.
So something in me says that's what this is, and then suddenly it's just going to get good.
Yeah. And it's not bad. Like, it's really good right now. It's very well written and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
But it's just that slow start.
I know. And that's like the hard part. Like before, we were talking about mercy a little bit, and that is
Mhm.
the hard part about reading something that you really, really love and then trying to incorporate something else because it's so fresh in your mind. You want to
Mhm.
compare it to something that you just love to death, and it's not the same
It's
experience.
no. No, I've never found another book close to Mercy that I love that much. Like, it's
Yeah.
Mercy is a hard one to beat. And yeah, no, this is totally different from Mercy.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay. We're going to head into our final sprint, 25 minutes, starting now.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all. Oh my gosh. So I have up the book we're reading. You can see it there. I'm like, let me just put something up. I'm getting better at this the more we do it, y'all.
Yes.
The more we do it, I'm getting fancier. You know me.
Yes.
Anyway,
Fancy.
yes. Um, so I'm in chapter, okay, let me just say, I'm in chapter 8,
Uh-huh.
and some interesting things have occurred. It's getting good. Okay,
Okay.
first, let me just, I'll try to keep it spoiler free for you because I know you're not there. But we learn something about these relationships between everyone. There's a
Ooh.
town hall meeting, and
Okay.
we start learning some more of the relationships. And we even, when we get to chapter 8, a third point of view is introduced.
Ooh.
I'm like, ooh. And after finding out that said person whose point of view we're going to get has this weird, and you'll see. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, this is getting very interesting.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I don't want to stop reading. I want to see what he has to say. I want him to weigh in and tell us what he thinks is going on. So we shall see.
Ooh.
So already chapter 8. So let me tell you
Okay.
how far. Okay, so that's, I'm not even that much further. 16%, and things have already taken a turn for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's good.
it's still not what I would consider fast paced,
Mm-hmm.
but things are very interesting, and I'm engaged with finding out what's going on.
That's good. That's what we want when we read books. Like, yes, you can have that slow start, that 10% that just kind of builds.
Hmm.
Um, but you need to get the ball rolling. You need to have more hooks. You need to have more, if not action, then like mystery
Hmm.
or like what happened in the past. Let me give you a taste of the past. Let me introduce a new character. Yes.
Yes.
I life happened for the last 25 minutes and I did not get a chance to read anything. So I'm literally still in chapter 5.
Oh, girl, you good? I figured something was going on, but guess what? You will catch up. I think.
Yeah,
I hope you keep reading.
I want to keep reading. I am excited. Like the fact that you are now like, yes, yes, this is happening. This is good. It excites me. And again, like I keep saying, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but like when we stop every 25 minutes, I don't have anything new to say. So that's why I'm like, it's boring. What can I say? It's
Hmm.
good, but boring. And now that stuff is happening, there'll be a lot more to say.
Yes, absolutely. I am digging it. So, you guys, if you have read this book or if it's on your TBR, let me know because it seems like this book has been getting a lot of attention lately on
Mhm.
BookTube and a couple other places. So, if you've never heard of it, let me know that too because I feel like this is perfect like seasonal mood reading. It's giving me the vibes.
Mhm.
Honestly, this should have been the buddy read book. For it would have been an awesome crossover, right? Crossover
Yes.
between, fantasy and thriller. So it's a genre mashup. I'm loving it. Okay, so before we end things, as always, just want to let you guys what's going on with the podcast and the book club. So for the fantasy side, we are currently reading this duology. Um, by Victoria Schwab. It's The Monsters of Verity is the name of the duology. This
Mhm.
month we are reading This Savage Song. Next month we are reading Our Dark Duet. And so far we like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I've talked about it for a couple minutes earlier, comparing it, and I'm excited to read the second book. I am.
Yeah, so if you've read it already and you want to talk in book club, then we're going to talk about it this weekend. So join us so you can get the link to our private chat.
Yes.
If you don't care about book club and you just want to hear the podcast, that drops tomorrow.
Yay!
You can hear it here on YouTube or any other podcasting app of your choice. So, along with that, this month, Buddy Read Thrillers, we are reading The Children on the Hill by Jennifer McMahon.
Ooh.
I mentioned that earlier in our sprints. because it had like a pretty slow start, but things got very interesting about 45-ish% in. This podcast is actually available right now. If you don't want to wait, just go ahead and search it. It's the last couple videos on YouTube. You can listen or watch. Well, you can't watch unless you're in Discord, but you can listen. Not Discord, Patreon. There we go. If you're in Patreon, you can
Yes.
watch it. But that's what we're doing, and we're going to talk about that this weekend too. It's called Book Club Saturday, y'all. Book Club Saturday.
That's fun.
Yeah, so we're going to have a good time with it. And, if you're not interested in this month's books, check us out next month and just keep coming back for these reading spreads, because I think it's going to be a thing I'm going to keep doing on the channel. Even when maybe we'll just be reading our book of the month here. Who knows? There's so many options. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. I love, especially now that I'm learning all the little tricks of the live, you guys. I'm like, I'm on my learning curve, right? I think I'm getting to the top of the curve where it's not perfection, but it's getting better. And then I'll be on the downside. It'll be easy.
Yes.
But anyway, I think we're done for today. What do you think, Casey?
I think we're done. I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining me, Casey. Thanks for joining me, you all. I appreciate you for being here. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.
Bye, everybody.